Do you have zeal for God? I'm Pastor Adam. This is New Testament Tuesday. I'm so glad you decided to tune in, check out, and see what we've got going on today. I ask you this question because a lot of us love God and we have a zeal for Him. But what happens when that first initial jolt kind of settles away? What happens to people who love God so much but maybe don't have the knowledge to back it up? Well, Paul addresses this in his letter to the Romans in Romans chapter 10, verse 1 through 4. It says this: Brethren, my heart's desire, my prayer to God for them is for their salvation. For I testify about them that they have a zeal for God, but not in accordance with knowledge. For not knowing about God's righteousness and seeking to establish their own, they did not subject themselves to the righteousness of God. For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone who believes. What is Paul talking about here? When he's talking about, he's praying for somebody, for people to have salvation. Now, when he's talking about salvation, the salvation that comes with knowing who God is, about what he has done for us and our relationship with him. See, we are people who have sinned. We break God's covenant, and therefore we must acknowledge God's righteousness. And in doing so, we can't just stop there, but we have to build up our own righteousness and continuing on and trying to uphold the covenant, the contract, the Ten Commandments, the laws of God, and to establish our own righteousness. And we do that by submitting to Jesus Christ. So, what is it that I want you to know? Well, I want you to know that I'm praying for your salvation, or maybe you're already saved. I'm praying that that you would build up your own righteousness. Jesus says, "Oh, those who we want to be people who hunger and thirst for righteousness. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness." So, what is it I want you to do today? What I want you to do is, one, pray for people's salvation, and two, build up your own righteousness. Follow in Jesus's example and follow the law of God. Recognize God's righteousness, build up one of your own. How do you do that? Let's be aware. Your first step, your first practical step is being aware of God's righteousness. Where do you find that out? By reading the Bible. I'm Pastor Adam. This is New Testament Tuesday. I'll see you next time.